A receiver has poor selectivity. It will also have poor A. sensitivity, B. double spotting, C. blocking, D. diversity reception. The correct answer is blocking. The depth of modulation is doubled in FM system, then the power transmitted A. increase by factor of 2, B. increase by factor of 3, C. increase by factor of 2, D. none of the above. The correct answer is none of the above. Ground wave can be used for communication up to A. 5 kHz, B. 12 kHz, C. 16 kHz, D. 25 kHz. The correct answer is 16 kHz. A Marconi antenna A is a grounded antenna with a length equal to 4. B is an ungrounded antenna with a length equal to 4. C has a length equal to 1. D has a length equal to 2. The correct answer is a grounded antenna with a length equal to 4. When large amount of power is required, a push-pull amplifier is designed for operation as A. class A, B. class B, C. class C, D. class AB. The correct answer is class B. In a Vidicon camera tube, A. both sides of the target plate have the coating of tin oxide. B. both sides of the target plate have the coating of antimony trisulfide. C. the side of target plate facing the light has a coating of tin oxide, and the side facing electron gun has a coating of antimony trisulfide. D. the side of target plate facing the light has a coating of antimony trisulfide, while the side facing the electron gun has a coating of tin oxide. The correct answer is the side of target plate facing the light has a coating of tin oxide, and the side facing electron gun has a coating of antimony trisulfide. The distance at which a sky wave is received back on Earth decreases with angle of incidence for all angles of incidence. A. true, B. false, C. D. The correct answer is false. A trigonometric function is synonyms to A. orthogonal function, B. triangular function, C. singular function, D. none of the above. The correct answer is triangular function. The autocorrelation function of the white noise is A. impulse function, B. step function, C. constant, D. none of the above. The correct answer is constant. Why does a FM radio station perform better than an AM station radiating the same actual power? A. FM is immune to noise. B. AM has only 2 sidebands while FM has more. C. FM uses larger bandwidth for large modulation depth. D. capture effects appears in FM. The correct answer is capture effects appears in FM. In cable TV, local programs can be telecast at any frequency. A. true, B. false, C. D. The correct answer is true. In amplitude modulation, the magnitude of sidebands is A. ma 2 times the carrier amplitude EC, B. ma times the carrier amplitude EC, C. 2 ma times the carrier amplitude EC, D. 4 ma times the carrier amplitude EC. The correct answer is 4 ma times the carrier amplitude EC. If Fs be the signal frequency and Fi be the intermediate frequency, then image frequency is given by A. Fs Fi, B. Fs Fi, C. Fs2 Fi, D. Fs2 Fi. The correct answer is Fs2 Fi. In VHS format, the width of tape is A2, B1, C12, D14. The correct answer is 12. In FM, A. there is a large decrease in noise and hence increase in the signal to noise ratio. B. There is a large increase in noise and hence decrease in the signal-to-noise ratio. C. There is a large increase in noise and hence increase in the signal-to-noise ratio. D. There is a large decrease in noise and hence decrease in the signal-to-noise ratio. The correct answer is, there is a large decrease in noise and hence increase in the signal-to-noise ratio. The power density spectrum of noise voltage of resistor R can be expressed as A2 kTr, B1 kTr, C 0.5 kTr, D 0.25 kTr. The correct answer is 2 kTr. If K denotes Boltzmann's constant, the RMS value of thermal noise voltage is proportional to AK2, BK, CK, DK13. The correct answer is K. The output of a battery eliminator is about A 110 VDC, B 110 VAC, C 45 VDC, D 6 VDC. The correct answer is 6 VDC. The sampling frequency in CD is 10 kHz. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. Vestigial sideband is most commonly used in A. radio transmission, B. television transmission, C. telephony, D. all of the above. The correct answer is television transmission. An image uses 512 x 512 picture elements. Each element can take any of 8 distinguishable levels. The maximum entropy in the above image will be A 2097152 bits, B 7,86,432 bits, C 648 bits, D 144 bits. The correct answer is 7,86,432 bits. The subcarrier frequency for transmission of color difference signals in TV systems in India is A 9.47 MHz, B 4.43 MHz, C 2.06 MHz, D 1.3 MHz. The correct answer is 1.3 MHz. A helical antenna is used for satellite tracking due to its A. good front-to-back ratio, B. broad bandwidth, C. circular polarization, D. both A and B. The correct answer is good front-to-back ratio. In filter system of sideband suppression, the advantage of using mechanical filter is A. smaller size, B. good bandpass, C. good attenuation characteristics, D. all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Costas receiver is used for A. coherent detection of AMSC signal, B. asynchronous detection of AMSC signal, C. amplitude modulation of signal, D. frequency modulation of signal. The correct answer is coherent detection of AMSC signal. What is typical bandwidths of a two-wire telephone line? A. 300 Hz to 3.4 kHz, B. 20 Hz to 4 kHz, C. DC to 4 kHz, D. 20 Hz to 20 kHz. The correct answer is 300 Hz to 3.4 kHz. In a television transmitter, the output stage is most likely to be A. screen modulated class C amplifier, B. plate modulated class C amplifier, C. grid modulated class A amplifier, D. grid modulated class C amplifier. The correct answer is grid modulated class C amplifier. Modulation index of a AM wave is measured using oscilloscope. The display on the crow is as shown in figure. It can be concluded that A. the output wave is distorted, B. the output wave is under-modulated, C. The modulation index is 100. D. The modulation index is 50. The correct answer is the output wave is distorted. TV receivers use flyback switched mode power supply because A. It can supply many voltage outputs. B. It does not require a filter choke and is cheap. C. It has very good regulation at all loads. D. Both A and C. The correct answer is it does not require a filter choke and is cheap. SSB stands for A. Single sideband, B. Suppressed sideband, C. Single sound band, D. Single skyband. The correct answer is single sideband. For a parallel two-wire line with both conductors touching each other, the characteristic impedance is about A. 300, B. 200, C. 80, D. 24. The correct answer is 80. Tape recorders use A. cone-type loudspeakers, B. horn-type loudspeakers, C. either cone-type or horn-type loudspeakers, D. none of the above. The correct answer is cone-type loudspeakers. In a FM signal, the modulation index increases, then the power A. increases, B. decreases, C. remains constant, D. none of the above. The correct answer is remains constant. Higher order TDM levels are obtained by A. forming supermaster groups, B. using a law, C. using law, D. dividing pulse width. The correct answer is dividing pulse width. Limiter is not essential in the following detector: A. Foster-Seeley, B. ratio detector, C. balanced, D. none of the above. The correct answer is ratio detector. An FM signal is modulated by an 8 kHz sine wave and has maximum and minimum frequencies of 100.05 MHz and 99.95 MHz respectively. Its deviation frequency is A. 100 kHz, B. 100 MHz, C. 500 kHz, D. 108 kHz. The correct answer is 108 kHz. In TV broadcast, UHF range is A. 606 790 MHz, B. 150 MHz, C. 4168 MHz, D. 174 230 MHz. The correct answer is 606 790 MHz. The most commonly used microphone for public address systems is A. carbon, B. crystal, C. moving coil, D. condenser. The correct answer is moving coil. Pre-emphasis and de-emphasis is done by using our C circuit: A. true, B. false, C. D. The correct answer is true. Which of the following is Doppler effect not used? A. CW radar, B. FM radar, C. MTI system, D. moving target plotting on PPI. The correct answer is moving target plotting on PPI. If the AF voltage is raised to 10 V while the AM is dropped to 200 Hz, what is the deviation? A. 10 kHz, B. 15 kHz, C. 20 kHz, D. 40 kHz. The correct answer is 20 kHz. In pulse code modulation, when the maximum frequency in the signal is F max, the bandwidth required will be AP, F max, BP, F max, CP, F max 2, DP, F max 2. The correct answer is P, F max. The oscillator frequency is set for A. best picture, B. max sound, C. min sound, D. sound in picture. The correct answer is Best picture. The main advantage of DM over PCM is A. Less bandwidth, B. Less power, C. Simple circuit, D. Better SN ratio. The correct answer is simple circuit.